All right, this is the chapter 5, using the bridge method for mixed measures, written practice problems. And we went through a bunch of examples in our chapter 5 screencast. So this is just more practice using that bridge method. And again, some of these problems are a lot longer than what we are used to. So let's get started. So again, there might be, like in the other tutorials of the problem how-tos for preparing for the culinary math assessment at the end, you might find other ways that get you the right answer. I am showing you how to use the bridge method, but again, if you get to the right answer in another method, that's totally fine. I just want to make sure you know how to do the bridge method because that's what we practiced in chapter 4 and 5. All right. So problem number 1 for chapter 5, you are making maple pecan pies. Each crust will require 10 ounces of flour. You will be making 25 pies. How many kilograms of flour should you use? So first off, you're going to set up your problem by converting the amount of flour from ounces to kilograms. Okay. So you're going to do that by each crust requires 10 ounces of flour, and you need to know how much total flour you'll need for 25 pies. So you're going to take your 10 ounces per pie times 25, so 10 times 25 essentially, and you need a total of 250 ounces of flour. Now you're going to set that up using the bridge method to convert to kilograms. So you can see right in step number 2, you'll do 250. It will be over 1. I don't have it drawn over 1 because it's going to cancel out, but you'll draw it over 1. You put your multiplication sign, and then you are going to draw your line. Then you put in the units of measure that we need to convert ounces to kilograms. And we know that 1 kilogram equals 35.274 ounces from our equivalent chart. So we are going to write it just like that. We're converting to kilograms, so that goes on the top, and it's equal to 35.274 ounces. So that is going to go on the bottom. All right. So, because that's going to cancel out. So we have our 250 over 1 times, and it's going to be times the kilogram over ounces. Okay. So if you look under step 5, you'll enter the numbers to create the equivalency, which is what I did. So we have our 250 ounces, pretend it's over 1, times, we draw a line, kilograms over the ounces, we have our units, etc. Now we're going to multiply, okay? Multiply straight across. So you do 250 times 1 kilogram. The ounces is going to cancel out. So it's just 250. So we have that on the top. The kilogram carries over. And then the ounces, again, on the bottom, it's going to cancel out. So it's going to be 35.274 because that's how we're converting the ounces, and that's going to go on the bottom. I didn't draw the 1 because we're not multiplying the bottom here because it's 2 parts, okay? So you're going to do 250 divided by 35.74 kilograms. So you do that division. You can see we reduced it to 7.08 kilograms. So you need approximately 7.08 kilograms of flour to make 25 maple pecan pies. Again, if you have any questions, ask for clarification. It's gonna seem weird because we're not used to converting to kilograms. So until we do it more, it's gonna seem confusing, but it's the same setup using the same equivalents that we're used to looking at the equivalent chart. So here's problem number 2. So you have 1.5 kilograms of sugar. You use 850 grams of the sugar. How many ounces of sugar do you have remaining? So again, we have a lot going on here because we have a kilogram, then we have a grams, and now it's asking you to convert to ounces. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to write the whole number, which is 1.5 kilograms, because that's what we have of sugar. And we're going to convert this total amount of sugar we have to ounces. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is to see how much total sugar in ounces we have. So that's what we're going to start off by doing. And you can see that here we have our 1.5 kilograms of sugar over 1. Pretend it's over 1. We draw our multiplication sign. And then we are going to be converting it to ounces. So that equivalent goes on the top. So 35.274 ounces goes on the top. It was in kilograms, so that's going to go on the bottom. We're not doing that anymore. It's going to cancel out. So then you are going to enter the numbers of equivalency, which is what I did, and then you're going to multiply straight across. So you're going to multiply 1.5 times 35.274. The kilograms on the bottom just cross out, okay? And you are going to, you can see you calculate it and you get 52.911 ounces. So that is how much total sugar we have, okay? Now you need, it says you use 850 grams of the sugar. Well, now we need to convert that to ounces before we can subtract our total amount of sugar from what we used. So you're going to convert the amount of sugar used in ounces. So 850 grams of sugar needs to be converted to ounces. We know from our equivalency chart that 1 ounce equals 28.3495 grams. So you're going to write it out. 850 grams over 1 multiplied by, we're switching over to ounces, so that goes on the top. And then the equivalent, 28.3495 grams, goes on the bottom. The grams cancels out. So you're going to multiply 850 times 1, or times the 1 over 28.3495, and you get 29.94 ounces. So that is how much of the sugar you used. So now you're going to subtract from the first part of the problem, the total amount of sugar in ounces, the 52.911, subtracted by 29.94, and you get 22.97 ounces. So you have approximately 22.97 ounces of sugar remaining, right? Again, if you are confused, look at the steps, look at the equivalents, and ask for clarification. And the last problem, you're portioning out bread dough. How many full 17-ounce portions can be obtained from 15.5 kilograms? Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to write out the whole number. So we can write out the 15.5 kilograms as a decimal. So you can see here, I did that 15.5 kilograms. And you're going to put that over 1. So pretend that's over 1. You're going to put your multiplication sign, draw your line, and then you are going to put the units of measurement. So we are converting that to kilograms. So you are going to put the kilograms on there, and then the equivalent on the top, 35.274 ounces, and you are going, those are going to cross out. So you do 15.5 times 35.274 ounces, okay? And that is going to give you your total, which is what I did here, 547.747 total ounces of bread dough that we have. And then you are going to take that amount of bread dough and you're going to convert that to ounces. So you're just going to put that total amount of ounces divided by 17 ounces, because that's how many is in per portion. And you are going to get 32.79. So you can't round that up because you won't, it's asking you how many full portions you have. So you'll have over, 32 portions, but they're asking for full. So you have 32 full portions you can obtain from 15.5 kilograms of dough. Again, if you have any questions, ask your teacher for clarification or check the equivalents, the steps, etc. Thank you.